Shoreline became a city 15 years ago when residents voted to incorporate in order to receive better, even exceptional services for their tax dollar. Since then, the City of Shoreline has worked hard to meet these expectations, giving Shoreline residents, neighborhoods, and businesses much to be proud of. In the last survey, 93% of our residents said that Shoreline is a great place to live. Shoreline ranks well above average, indicating the residents enjoy a high quality of life. Shoreline residents deserve much of the credit for creating the city. The positives can be seen in the local tax dollars that are invested right here in Shoreline, including the police department.
3 out of 10 units to back, copy on an armed robbery. Suspect fled southbound on Aurora.
3 Adam 10, I'll be in route code 2.
Adam 10 en route, copy.
The 49 full-time Shoreline police officers are provided through a contract with the King County Sheriff's Office. That partnership with the state's second-largest local police agency provides economies of scale that result in cost savings for residents. These economies of scale are seen with homicide investigations, major vehicular accident investigations, TAC 30 and Guardian 1, the county's air support unit.
Adam 10, copy. Guardian 1 en route, and DC.
It's great to have the assurance that when 911 is called, help is on the way. A patrol unit will respond to your call 24/7, but Shoreline police officers do much more than respond to calls and patrol neighborhoods. Officers also work on traffic enforcement, case follow-up, special projects, and with Shoreline residents to understand specific problems and find ways to make neighborhoods safer.
How's it going out here? You staying dry? Yeah? I like taking the opportunity to talk to everybody I come in contact with in the shift because you could get a lot of information from them. A lot of times you talk to somebody like that and they're going to be able to tell you a lot of information about what's going on in the city also. They're out there in the mix of things. They know who's doing dope. They know what's going on. Hey, come here for a minute. What are you doing out here? Have you ever been arrested before?
Yeah, I have.
For what? Copy. I'm code 4. Especially on this shift, it's really important to stop by and meet some of the business people in your districts and talk to them and find out what are some of the problems that are concerning to them. It goes back to the community policing philosophy, and we can accomplish so much more with the cooperation of the public than trying to come out here and fight crime on our own.
The Traffic Enforcement Unit includes 5 officers that provide motorist education, enforce traffic laws, and investigate accidents while providing traffic enforcement with an emphasis on speeding through residential neighborhoods. In particular, they pay special attention to school zones to ensure children get to school safely.
Yeah, I'm going to stop this Subaru right here.
The Traffic Enforcement Unit works directly with Public Works and the Customer Response Team to address neighborhood concerns surrounding speed, collisions, and abandoned vehicles.
What we have here, it's called Sector, a new computer program for ticket writing, and the City of Shoreline has them installed in all the traffic cars and now several of the patrol cars. But what it does is it frees the officers up to be more proactive. We've seen a significant decrease in speeders in the school zones because of our enforcement efforts. And again, because we have Sector now, we can go into a neighborhood, enforce the speed zone, deal with a lot more speeding infractions much quicker. So it's been a great benefit to the City of Shoreline.
Detectives in the Criminal Investigation Unit are responsible for investigation and follow-up of most cases occurring in Shoreline, and have an outstanding success rate in closing those cases.
I was a victim of a burglary. My home is in Shoreline. I live there with my wife and 2 young children, and we were burglarized in May of 2009. It was a very emotional violation for us.
It was a residential burglary investigation that occurred where forced entry was made to Mr. Meadows' residence. I spent probably the first month, maybe 6 weeks total on this case. Hi, Mr. Meadows, it's Detective Koblenz calling. As the suspects were identified and they were arrested and property recovered, it has brought the much-needed closure that Mr. Meadows needed for himself and his family.
The Shoreline Police Department also includes a Special Emphasis Team, also referred to as SET. The responsibilities of the SET unit are varied and flexible to address identified crime trends in the city. SET works closely with the patrol officers and criminal investigations unit. They also follow up on drug-related arrests and investigate drug and vice activity in Shoreline. The Shoreline Police Department has one community service officer. The CSO provides non-law enforcement services to the community, relieving officers of tasks that do not require police legal authority. The CSO also assists the department in a community outreach function. A program that's targeted to help youth is the School Resource Program. The mission of this program is to develop and build partnerships between law enforcement and the school community. The goal is to provide a safe environment in which teachers, students, parents, and the community can fulfill the mission and goals of the Shoreline School District.
It's a really important part of what we do. Here at the school and out in the community, the SROs know that if they build solid relationships with kids, it helps those kids stay actively and positively engaged in the life of the community rather than making some other choices.
Worsley! Good, how are you?
A lot of kids see us as the adversary out there. Most of them realize, at least in the two high schools I deal with, that we're not the adversary, that we're here to help them and help them to learn to grow up to be better citizens.
Of all the public safety programs that are offered, Shoreline residents believe that crime prevention is one of the most important services. We have two community storefront offices, one on each side of the city, each staffed by one police officer and numerous volunteers. The police department has approximately 30 volunteers who donate about 400 hours each month. The success of this program is due in large part to committed volunteers.
Eastside Storefront, this is Vivian.
The volunteers coordinate and manage many services, including Citizen Park Patrol, Senior Interaction Group, court reminder notifications, residential and business crime security surveys, Business Watch publications and crime maps, vacation house checks, and victim callbacks.
Hello, I'm with the Shoreline Police Department.
Each of these programs has been found to save money and keep citizens informed and educated about how to keep crime out of Shoreline. All of these public safety programs are offered at a reasonable cost. As you can see from the graph, police costs are low when compared to other cities in the region. While public safety continues to be a significant cost on the city budget, contracting these services continues to provide a good value for Shoreline residents. The police department is actively involved in the community. It's not uncommon to see officers at various events, such as the Richmond Beach Strawberry Festival, Ridgecrest Ice Cream Social, or Celebrate Shoreline. And each year since incorporation, the Shoreline Police Department has also participated in the Special Olympics Torch Run. The city has come a long way in 15 years. In the last Citizen Satisfaction Survey, 83% of residents feel safe in Shoreline. By becoming a city and creating a police department that serves the citizens' specific needs, the community experiences direct benefits. Every dollar of taxpayer money is an investment in Shoreline's future. The investment made through the police department has helped to create one of the finest communities in the Seattle region.